The kingdom of mirrors. Long ago, in a kingdom hidden between the mountains and the sea, every child was born carrying a small golden compass. The elders taught that the compass was a sacred gift. It would guide each child towards their path, their purpose, and the person they were destined to become. Most children would occasionally look at their compass and continue their journey, but one child was taught something different. Be careful, the elders said. People are watching. What will others think? Do not bring shame upon yourself. The child listened carefully, for children trust the voices of those who raise them. One day, worried about making a mistake, the child put the compass away and instead picked up a mirror. The mirror seemed useful. It showed how others reacted. It reflected approval and disapproval, praise and criticism, acceptance and rejection. Whenever the child felt uncertain, they looked into the mirror. The years passed. The child grew into an adult. The mirror grew larger. Soon it took both hands to carry. The adult became skilled at reading faces, moods, and expectations. They could tell what pleased others before a word was spoken. They knew how to adapt, fit in, stay safe, and avoid criticism. The kingdom praised them. What a considerate person. What a thoughtful person. What a responsible person. Yet as the years unfolded, a strange sadness settled over them. They had become an expert in everyone else, but they no longer knew themselves. One evening, exhausted from carrying the mirror, they wandered into an ancient forest. Deep within the trees lived a woman known only as the Weaver. People traveled from distant lands seeking her wisdom. The adult placed the mirror before her. "I have spent my life carrying this," they said. "It helped me survive. It helped me belong. But I am tired." The Weaver looked at the mirror and nodded. It was never meant to be carried forever. The adult felt anger. "Then why was I given it?" "You were not," replied the Weaver. "You were given a compass." The word struck something deep inside. For the first time in many years, tears came. They grieved. They grieved for the child who had hidden their compass away. They grieved for the years spent staring into reflections. They grieved for the adventures never taken and the parts of themselves left undiscovered. The Weaver sat quietly beside them. When the tears had passed, she spoke again. "Look." She pointed towards the mirror. Cracks had begun to appear across its surface. At first, this frightened the adult. Then something unexpected happened. Through the cracks, golden light began to shine. The light was not coming from outside. It was coming from within. The adult realized the mirror had never contained them. It had only reflected the world around them. Beneath it, untouched by all those years, was the compass. The compass had waited patiently, not broken, not damaged, simply forgotten. The adult picked it up with trembling hands. For the first time, the needle moved. Not towards approval, not towards acceptance, not towards what others expected, but towards themselves. And so they left the forest. The mirror was not destroyed. They still used it when needed. Mirrors have their place, but they no longer worshipped it. Instead, they learned to follow the compass. Some days were uncertain. Some paths were difficult. Yet with every step, they felt something returning. Not confidence, not perfection, something deeper. Wholeness. And it is said that whenever a person grows weary from carrying the mirrors of other people's opinions, the old story finds them. Not to remind them who they should become, but to remind them who they have been all along.